Taurus, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for the month of July. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. Thank you for tuning in today and for your patience. I'm trying to mix up the rotation a bit with the earth signs so you don't have to wait so long at the very last. Okay? So we're moving you up, no longer in the, what do they call that? The caboose? Is that right? Hope you're all doing well. And for those of you in the States, happy 4th of July. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Taurus today. Thank you for your guidance. All right, Taurus, let's get into your angel number guidance. This may be a favorite number of yours or already apply along your path, but it is going to indicate some frequencies that you will be encountering for the month ahead. After this, we're going to tune into the tarot deck and clarify using two decks, 1919. Cycles, Taurus, are being highlighted. And then we'll end with an Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. And the next one, 0606, Commitment. Karma will be paying you a visit. Release the need to control because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so they don't repeat in the future. Make some space for new experiences, Taurus. Keywords: karma, warning, judgment, influence, power, cycles, changes, and rebirth. And commitment. Applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up for the best is yet to come. Loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm, growth, solutions. Sounds like you have broken some sort of pattern, and now you were recommitting yourself to a rebirth and spreading a little bit more peace and meaning throughout your daily life, right? Spreading that and embodying that. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. It's taking you a while to walk away from some sort of fight. Could have been something going on within you or with another. It's like walk away from whatever it was that was bothering you for a time. Yeah, so you can heal. Five of Swords again with the Four of Swords. So a lightening of the energy. Hopefully you're feeling better, all right, than you have been in recent months. Healing around love. The way you express love, the way you receive love. Might be resting in a state, a frequency of love from the universe. Let's see the overall general energy for the month ahead for you, Taurus. Let's see what comes out. Let's see overall general energy. Ooh, wow. Oh, okay. Did you see how that just went? All right, we don't need these. We have the Tower and the Queen of Swords, Taurus. You might be awakening to the wisdom, to how much you've grown, Taurus. There's some sort of sudden realization, and it has to do with you applying the Queen of Swords mentality, which is being safeguarding your energy, expressing your truth. All right, I'm getting more of your express your truth. I feel like this is an internal awakening going on here, Taurus, around you stood up to someone recently. You stood up to someone. It feels like it. And it empowered you. It taught you something. All right. The challenge, King of Cups. Keeping your heart open. There's some challenge around that right now. Knight of Swords, fast-moving energy in the recent past. All right. Moving past something, I'm getting. Opportunity. Now we have the King of Swords. You coming into balance in the mental sphere. If you felt a little bit, this also could indicate, I think the lesson is applying wisdom, right? But you could have had some turbulence going on mentally. And now you have an opportunity in July to feel a settling down in your mind. If you've had a lot on your mind lately, and that's kind of overshadowed your ability to be more in your feeling space, you're going to be, I think that there's a balancing out going on between your head and your heart. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles, gorgeous energy. This is solitary energy. This is you standing in your power, elevating in all realms. I'm getting you're elevating, Taurus, in all realms in the month of July. What you don't see coming, peace. This rebirth. This is rebirth after a period of sadness, okay? Or a period of some sort of loss in your life. Or something just got you down for a time. Let's clarify. The sudden realization, this awakening, this moving through, being dominated by your thoughts, getting more into your heart this month, Taurus. I feel like you said, you know what, I need to just almost disconnect. So I'm getting this, yeah. You've triumphed over some sort of ending in your life. Ten of Swords, Six of Wands. And now you're in that space in between. Whatever you walked away from, you needed to walk away from it. All right, let's clarify this Queen of Swords and Tower. Strength, exactly. Lovers. Wow, Ace of Wands. Ooh. This feels so beautiful. I feel like you're practicing a lot of self-love in July, putting your needs first. It's almost as though you're like, you have a new lease on life. That's what it feels like. You have a new lease on life. You're like, I'm going to do things that maybe I haven't done. I'm going to put my body, mind, my spirit first. And I think it's going to really empower you. Like, I feel this empowerment because you're holding some sort of boundary, and it's giving you this time to really delve deep into what lights you up. I don't feel like this is about anyone else at the moment. I feel like this is current energy, where I could read this as you have a new beginning in love. But I feel like it's deeper. There's a deeper message here that you're having a sudden realization of what you had to walk away from and how much it has served you and how much it's like a turning of the tide, where now you're like, all right, I kind of let my routine get a little bit imbalanced. I wasn't putting my needs first. Now I'm really going to put my health first, my work first. It's like you're putting, because the outcome here is you really glowing up and doing the things for yourself that make you feel stronger. Maybe even literally stronger. Like, you're going out there and you're starting a new exercise routine. You're being inspired to love self. And that is because of the boundaries that you're now putting up. You may have had a tower moment with someone where you just said, you know what, if you're in some sort of connection right now, which some of you are, it has more to do with you and your own autonomy in this connection. And making sure there's what, Khalil Gibran really said it best, let there be spaces in your togetherness. And for those of you who are not in a connection, I think you're doing that glow up, putting love to the side and just saying, I just want to put the focus on myself for a while. Because I did get all this healing energy in the beginning and a rebirth. What's this Knight of Swords, this charge forward? I feel like you've got a lot of momentum and more energy to do new things for yourself. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. You started pulling your energy back. Seven of Pentacles. You were reevaluating and reassessing what you needed to get out of feeling down. Four of Cups. So I think that you've cleared some sort of hurdle where it was necessary. It was necessary to pause and to take a look at how you wanted to reinvest in yourself. So it's almost as though whether there was an external situation and that made you feel a certain way internally from a place of lack, you are now realizing in order to move forward, you don't want to dwell in that place. It serves a purpose for a time, because it lights a fire under our ass. And now you're like, okay, fire's been lit. Some of you are starting new diets, new exercise routines, new patterns, right? Where you're sleeping at different hours. And I just feel like you've got a lot more energy, which you didn't have before. And you're coming into balance, like I said, between the heart and the head. Opportunity for the rest of the month, King of Swords. That balancing out of your masculine and feminine core energetic, which I've been studying this more and more, how we all exhibit those qualities. And when we get out of balance, it's when one side of us is, whether we're not feeding, our emotional side, our emotional nature, or we're not feeling confident, that I just spoke of the feminine and the masculine. And you can pretty much, if you're not well read on this subject, just listen to how you operate. And when you feel like life is out of balance, it's usually when one side isn't being fed, one side of you. Some of us are balanced equally, and some of us have a predominant aspect, whether it's your divine feminine nature, your divine masculine, it doesn't matter what gender. So I'm seeing that you're starting to get more in touch now with and balancing out the divine masculine side of you, which is the part of you that's confident, that moves through the world with a directive of sound mind, sound heart. But not just giving it to self, it's also giving it out into the world. So you're kind of doing this almost this rebirth around how you care for yourself, how you love yourself, after a period of maybe neglecting that. And now you're taking that yin energy, and then it becomes yang energy, healthy, going through this rebirth, bringing out, making yourself more happy. That's what I think you're doing in July. Ooh, Queen of Wands, Page of Swords, King of Wands. Okay, now we have now you're cooking with something. See what I mean? Now you're taking that yang energy. And this is you coming into Taurus, this is amazing, beautiful balance. This is gorgeous energy. So whatever you're nurturing, keep doing it, because it's almost as though you're doing the research, studying it feels like you're just fine tuning and reinventing your daily routine, where you're making this massive shift where you're putting your health first, your mental health, your spiritual health, and your physical health first. And that starts to really, really magnify your energy to where it's like you're a light beam, a lighthouse. So you're making wise decisions every day. We're talking about discipline. I feel like you're exercising discipline that is making you feel more confident. Some of you are studying new material and it's really lighting you up. We're talking about both sectors. Your wand energy is your life force. So it's almost like you're getting like whatever you're doing, it's like, imagine like you've got a bicycle pump and it's the universe pumping you back up again. I feel like you got your energy went down in a situation. Some of it was in the opening, there was some sort of conflict, whether it was a group of people or with an individual, and it really drained you for a while. And now I don't know if it was more of like someone who just was taking up a lot of your mental worry, anguish, anxiety, and now you're disengaging almost from that hypervigilant state, and you're restoring your life force. It's beautiful work. Now, if you want to talk about any kind of connection here, I do think that you are calling in from this frequency a match from you being really balanced. It's like you're learning how to be in true balance in both the masculine and feminine nature within you. The challenge is see, we have a match of the King and Queen of Swords, King and Queen of Wands. So there's this self-love aspect that I think you're working on, because that's the only thing. We'll see if she comes out, the Queen of Hearts. You're doing deep repair work in your heart space, Taurus. Yeah, you are. Because we have a lot of page energy here. And you're doing the work to glow up again. And you're taking as long as you need. You're like, I need this time for myself. And it doesn't matter if you're in a connection or not. I'm not going to speak on any kind of narrative around a breakup or heartache or anything like that. From what I'm seeing, it's beyond whether you're in a connection or not. This is about how you stay healthy within yourself. And what you're showing me is you're being challenged a little bit in matters of the heart, in giving and receiving that. It's like whatever happened to you prior to this month, you went through this period of instability where things were really rocky in your heart space, where you are now, like I said, you're being pumped back up again. And Spirit is saying, keep giving to the self-love. Keep filling your own cup. You're going to come out of this imbalance the more you stay on this trajectory. This is about being playful and inspired, enjoying your life, doing the things you love, Taurus. Really. This page energy is study the things that light you up, that you're curious about. Like you have a thirst for knowledge. You also have a fun-loving spirit. So I'm seeing in this page energy a lightening up after maybe a tower fell in a connection of yours that was very close to you. And now you're less concerned with dealing with that. Now you're processing dealing with that on the external, I mean, where you're actually actively communicating with someone and healing things between you and them. This is about you reconnecting the parts of yourself and putting your needs first for July. July is going to be a very deep self-care month where you're going to be reading things, studying things, maybe starting new practices that help you become passionate again, as well as playfulness that lightens up your heart. You know, that childlike self that we often neglect, that inner child, that playful part of us that's fun and funny and silly. You're going to be giving to yourself in a new way, Taurus. I think what I'm seeing is that you had a tendency. This is why I don't know if I told you. I sometimes fail to tell you what I see here, but this is all about coming out of a state of imbalance and being generous to your playful side. That's going to be that's the challenge, and that's going to be what restores your heart space. This is about restoration of you at this time in your life, so you can move forward and you can feel good inside, less self-critical, less self-doubtful, more love, more self-love, more self-acceptance, healing the divine masculine and divine feminine. You're going to be experiencing a new level of peace because you're going to be putting new practices in place, new routines in place. It's like a whole rabbit hole deep dive into your own healing. This is beautiful, beautiful work in July. Like I said, you're doing the work to do your own glow up. I mean, that's the whole message here. Beautiful. Let's look at this 9 of Pentacles. It's almost as though something had to break down for you to rebuild yourself. And isn't that so? We go down a road that doesn't serve us, whether it's in a friendship, a family dynamic, a work situation, whatever this served, it was something that you loved, but it wasn't going to work for you long term. And now you're going and you're expressing, it's like you're relighting a fire that dimmed because of someone else in your life. And out of that lighting up, you're lightening up in every aspect. I think you're starting to get up in the morning, where if you've been going through a rough time this month, with each successive day, you're going to feel lighter and lighter, lighter and brighter, lighter and brighter. I'm hearing lighter and brighter. King of Cups, that challenge, judgment. I said keep shuffling. So in the immediate future with the 9 of Pentacles, you standing in your power, your own sovereignty, your own autonomy, emotional regulation. You're coming into a beautiful balance of emotional regulation. And you're casting judgment. This is the rebirth. You're being protected as you go through this rebirth. It's a new frequency. Let's see. Whoa! Hierophant, Two of Cups. I feel like you're coming out of a period of sadness around your heart space. And I think what you're realizing is this glow up. This is big. Taurus, this is big. Look at this. This is making that judgment call to learn the spiritual lessons about your own independence when it comes to the expression of the deepest, truest heart longing love in your life. This journey that we all take, I feel like you're realizing how much you have lost your sense of self when it comes to taking care of the people around you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But then you start feeling like you're just going through the motions and you're not living a healthy existence. And you start getting overburdened. And I feel like what you're doing is you are taking from something that broke down a rebuilding of you in a new directive around healing your heart, lightening up the frequency. And I think what you're doing is you're elevating to a certain resonance that's going to be like a beacon, this judgment. So that's why I'm saying this, because what you don't see coming is you see this is what I've been learning too, whether you're in a connection that has fallen apart and you're hanging on by a thread, you're realizing, what do I need to do to heal inside because it's showing up outside of me? Or if you're in a connection that has ended in the last 6 months or so, and you're doing that work, right? That deep therapeutic work that we do in order to grow, you're showing me that's your intention here this month, is you're willing to grow and learn from the hits you've taken when it comes to the love that you express and the love that you receive. And I think you're recommitting yourself. This Hierophant, the spiritual lesson is, don't lose yourself by overgiving too much of yourself in directions that aren't sustainable. It's like someone may have overstayed their welcome in your life, Taurus. And I think that it was a great disappointment because you had higher hopes for whatever this was. But you're coming out of a phase where now you are so centered in yourself. And when you get to that place, you are a magnet for this. And what we need to realize, folks, is it has nothing to do with someone giving it to you. You must first give it to yourself. It's like you're being blessed. What you don't see coming is, out of the work you're doing, you're going to experience your blessings. What was that? Didn't we see that? Cycles and commitment. You're committed to a new cycle, a new phase of self-development, personal transformation, all right? Raising your consciousness. That came falling out. Yeah. You're moving past a situation. You need to celebrate, because I think that whatever had to end, you're putting it behind you. You're moving past an ending. Okay? You're moving past it. This is movement past standing beside the road, looking at your losses and dwelling there too long and saying, you know what? I have a lot to celebrate in my life. This is your rebirth, sweethearts. This is your rebirth. Enjoy this. It's like literally like you're getting a new lease on life to do things differently this time. Every ending is an opportunity to begin anew and to begin from a fresh slate. Around every day we get a new opportunity to change. And we all, based on these micro decisions we make, our lives are based on that. And so in any given time in our lives, we can decide to change. You could change your total, like we just, my daughter and I, it was so cute. She's old enough to finally watch Forrest Gump. And that movie is such a beautiful representation of life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So keep eating the chocolates, right? Keep moving forward with your life, because the best is yet to come. At every turn, he had these extraordinary things that he did, and he just listened to his own inner being at every turn. Be Forrest Gump. You know what I'm saying? That movie is such a beautiful story of the triumph that we experience when we move on from one thing to another, but we are our true selves regardless, all throughout. True of heart, too. Oh, I just love Forrest Gump. I was bawling this morning. We finished watching it earlier. I just had to take a minute. Let's get some advice from Spirit. And then, see, you do the work. And then you're ready to begin anew. I'm telling you, Taurus, I'm so happy for you because I feel like this glow up and this deep, deep work you're doing on your personal transformation and your growth. See, that's the ticket. That's the juice. That's the marrow. If I can express any of that to y'all, it's when we give our power away to external validation, right? External gratification. When we start being our own source of light and love, everything outside of us is a bonus. You are your own light source. You always were, Taurus. Yeah. I think you're rebuilding your life. You are. You're building a new community of support. And you could be really in a brand new beginning in your career as well, that you're working on elevating your status financially. I see new projects coming together. You're freeing up your energy and putting your health first. I'm telling you, when you put your health first, your wellness is everything. All right. If you're not working on your wellness routine from day to day, we're talking about spiritual wellness, mental wellness, physical wellness, emotional wellness, all of those things. And I think that you're putting in new routines, new practices. You're studying things this month, and you're actually, the energy is lightening up. It's like you're almost, like I said, you got a new lease on life. You're like a kid. Innocent, fun, playful, silly. Get some advice from Spirit. This judgment I think the reason why, you've made, I love it. I love it. You made a judgment call to pull your energy back from a situation so you can find happiness again. And now you're letting the universe speak to you during this transition, and you got the whole world on your hands. See, we elevate and then we create. Wow, I never really got it. Elevate in order to create. And that's what you're doing this month. You're elevating. And what you're doing is you're making all these beautiful decisions, okay? Some think justice is not judgment. Judgment. Sorry. Let me start over. Some people think judgment is karma, right? And I think what you're doing is you're creating your own karma here, all right? By the renewal of your commitment and ending certain patterns, where now you're ready to put your needs first, yourself first. You're moving forward. There's so much movement now. This is about renewal. I mean, for me, I don't see judgment as much as karma necessarily. For me, it's making the decisions to honor your own renewal, honor your own rebirth. And we are reborn again and again and again. That's why the emblem for this channel is the phoenix, right? We alchemize our pain into power, and we start growing and learning. We elevate in order to recreate ourselves, all right? And you're doing that beautifully, because what are you after? Star. You have the star and you have the 10 of cups in the future. And I do believe that once you realize that you are the love of your life, then you will experience healthy love. And I think that what you're realizing is right now, a lot of you are putting yourself first for right now. And even if you are in a connection, because I do see that some of you are in a very beautiful commitment, that recently you came to a realization that while you were in this commitment, if you lose sight of yourself, this relationship will not last. So you are rededicating yourself to your own growth. And you don't lose yourself in the neediness and the codependency of your validation and gratification being solely derived from the love that someone gives you. So some of you are in a relationship and you're creating more independence. Some of you are not in a relationship and you're creating more independence, and you will be attracting a new person, someone very loving. All right. Like I said, I'm going deeper than that because you're doing beautiful work this month. That's what I see here. So keep doing the work in your own growth and expansion, because that is your focus, and it needs to be right now. It's time for you to put yourself first. All right, let's see. There's a lot of movement in this month. We had the Knight of Swords 3 times. Okay, we're talking like you're getting an ass kicking from the universe. Some of you were like, you maybe have had a recent health scare or something, that has affected you, where it's like, okay, it's time for me to really start taking better care of myself. And if you're just starting, for me, I'm older and I used to be hardcore with a lot of my exercise routine. But honestly, one thing I do without fail every day is I walk at least 30 to 45 minutes every day, rain or shine. And it's like that's my meditation with nature. So I think you're working on your routines, and this star energy is your dreams coming true is about your own rebirth and living it and embodying that. Star energy is wish fulfillment, absolute fulfillment. This is internally derived, people. It's not external. We get it wrong. We're taught wrongly. Ooh, Sage. Yeah, they said just one. Some people have had one or two come out, but I feel like, Taurus, you know what's going on here. You know exactly what you need to do this month, and you're doing it. Beautiful. All right. Where is Sage? 62. And keep an eye out for 06, 06, and 1919. They're going to remind you to put your own needs first this month, okay? Be devoted and committed. Be willing to go the whole road and back again. This will allow you to be the best you can possibly be. Inspired by the Hindu cave dwellers and yogis of the Himalayas, the sage represents the wise one within. When this card arises, it shows you that you are preparing to become a great and insightful teacher to your peers. It guides you to take notes, with the Page of Swords, as the wandering yogi is on this card, because your knowledge and life experiences can impart incredible insights to those with whom you come into contact. This card is also about observation and becoming more aware of who you are and all your inner workings, because that awareness can bring more clarity to your decisions. Exactly. Devotion is a powerful energy. This is the extended message. Right now, angels and ancestors want you to acknowledge how committed you are to your growth. Spirit, I just love you because I just love it, this deck, because it seems to incorporate and encapsulate the tarot messages. Stay committed to your growth. Your continued dedication to this aspect of your life has been recognized, and your understanding that you are not only a body but also a soul is all you need to continue growing and expanding. The energy of oneness is offering itself to you now. And it's important that you take some time to integrate it all so that you can be supported and guided by it. This is what the divine wants for you. Make a note of experiences or teachers making themselves known to you at this time, because you're going to share those teachings one day too. Wow. Okay, so that's the purpose. You were being tapped by spirit to keep going deep within, because what you're learning now, you're going to be teaching it to other people. A lot of you are doing coaching, life coaching, wellness coaching, or you're doing counseling, or you're mentoring. You are a teacher, Taurus. This is beautiful work. Sending love. Take care.